Hi everybody, I'm Samantha and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about one of the topics that I have an interest in, and that is the paranormal. In specific, I wanted to discuss urban legends and 5 of them that keep me up at night. Tell me in the comments below which urban legend would keep you up at night. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. Number 5 is Hell's Gate Bridge in Oxford, Alabama. The alleged story behind this legend goes that sometime around the 1950s, one night a young couple was driving over the bridge, drove off somehow, and drowned in the water below. There are 2 variations of this legend. The first is you drive your car in the middle of the bridge, turn off the lights. The couple will appear in the car, leaving a wet spot on the seat behind. The second is you drive over the bridge and look over your shoulder. You would see a portal of the fiery gates of hell have appeared behind you. Nowadays, the bridge is blocked off to curb people from driving over it, and have been strongly encouraged to not even walk on it anymore due to the age and condition of this bridge. Do you think what people say about the paranormal activity at the bridge is true? Let me know in the comments down below. Number 4. The roommate. Fair warning, if you live with a roommate, or about to live with a roommate, or about to go back to college, maybe skip to the timestamp that I will have above. So the legend goes that there were 2 roommates in college. On one fateful night, one of them went out to a party, and the other decided to stay in and study. Once the roommate returned after a night out of drinking, she noticed her roommate in the darkness, lying on the bed, thinking she was just simply sleeping. Nothing odd and out of the ordinary seemed like it happened, so she went to bed herself. However, the next morning when she woke up, she saw her roommate covered in blood and her throat slit. She looks over the bed to notice the words written out in blood. Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the light? Have you heard of this urban legend? And do you think it's a story made up to peer pressure people to go out and party at college? Let me know what you think below. Number 3 is the 100 Steps Cemetery in Brazil, Indiana. Though the actual location and the origins of the hauntings are still unknown, those who have found it have allegedly had their own experiences of the hauntings to share. The cemetery has been said to have graves that date back all the way to the 1860s. This legend is described as if you find a location, go there at midnight, you have to climb the steps that are there, count each step all the way to 100. Once at the top, an undertaker-like ghost will appear and show you a vision of how you are not alive or flee from resistance. Afterwards, when you climb back down the steps, you must count each step again to 100. If you count the same amount of steps on the way down, the vision shown to you was false. On another note, if you go and try to outsmart the supernatural forces that are there, it's best not to try to trick this supernatural being. People that have found the steps at midnight and tried skipping them altogether reported that they were thrown or pushed by an unknown entity. So would you go up these steps and take a chance that that vision shown is true? Or would you steer clear of the place? Let me know in the comments below. Number 2 is the Hatchet House in Nebraska. The story goes that allegedly one day a school teacher a long time ago went insane and took all the students' heads off in the one-room schoolhouse. She placed the heads on their desk and dispose of all their hers at the nearby bridge in the water below. Legend says if you cross this bridge, named the Heartbeat Bridge, you will find the heartbeats of all the poor children below. Do you think this is just another ghost story to tell each other on Halloween night? Or do you think there's some truth to this story? Let me know what you think down below. And finally, number 1 is the urban legend that basically made me come up with this video idea, and that has creeped me out ever since I heard about it from a classmate in 8th grade years ago. And that is the legend of Bloody Mary. This has been done as a challenge at sleepovers or in online videos more nowadays. But it's said that this legend is believed to be based off of either two people that lived very long ago. The first would be Mary Worth, who is said to have been in the Salem witch trials. And the second is Queen Mary I of England herself. This is one of the more famous urban legends known, and when you think of this topic, you tend to think of Bloody Mary. Legend has two iterations on how it goes. The older version was that if you're an unmarried woman, go into a dark room with only candlelight, stood in front of the mirror and said her name at least 3 times, the face of your future husband or spouse would appear in the mirror if you were destined to marry, or a skull would appear in the mirror if they were to never marry. The more modern telling is more of an aggressive outcome, and in which if anyone stands in front of a mirror with no lights on as a candlelight on to summon her and say her name at least 3 times. There are versions that say 5 or more times, depending on where you find the research, and she would appear in front of the mirror as a ghost woman covered in blood. Obviously, over time, the legend has got a more creepy and sinister side, where she attacks people or traps them in the mirror, depending on which versions you find or hear from tellings of the tale from other people. This legend is number 1 on my list due to be creeped out ever since I heard about this years ago. Granted, I'm also afraid of any ghost woman in horror movies, scary stories, or video games, so this legend was bound to scare me anyway. Does this legend scare you? Let me know in the comment section down below. With that being said, that's the end of this week's video. Let me know if you want me to talk about any of the paranormal topics that keep me up at night, or if you have any not mentioned here that scared you or you would like me to talk about next. Be sure to comment, like, ring the notification bell each time I upload, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.